It's my least favourite time of the year. It's MOT time. And because I don't have the tools, the knowledge or the space to do any repairs to my car, I'm taking it somewhere. In fact, I'm going down to Arkham Performance, who are a car company in Eastbourne that deal with enhancements for your car for both road and track. And they're going to sort her out ready for the big day, because there are a few minor things that do need, well, sorting out before the MOT. And another slightly bigger issue, which is not the car's fault, it's British roads. The car itself is on quite wide 8J wheels. It's also sitting on Tyne coilovers that have been dropped to one of the lowest settings I've ever seen on a car that is an air ride. We've got like a 5mm gap at the very most between the wheel arch and the wheel. So when you find bumpy roads, the tyre and the arch become good friends and you hear horrible scrapey noises. It's most unpleasant and puts the fear of God up me, along with a very low splitter at the front, which I'm worried is definitely going to come off, and that will also rip the bumper off at the same time. So the guys down there, they're going to increase the ride height. They'll do like a full weighting setup on it, four-wheeler line, so just to get everything perfect. And then after that, they're going to sort out the small issues that have cropped up since owning the car. Now, one of them is the horn has decided it's just going to stop working. I'm hoping it's a minor thing, maybe like a wire or a fuse, something nice and cheap like that. Now, the other thing decided it was going to rear its ugly head on the way to Brand's Hatch. Now, over on the central dash, we've got this warning light here. That is actually a tyre pressure warning light. So I checked the pressures on the way up to Brand's and they were low front right, which is fine. So I pumped it up, the light went off. Drove about 15 minutes and the light came back on again. Checked the tyre pressures, not a problem at all. So that was like, oh, bugger. The other thing as well, in the central rev counter here, you've got a blue light that's on. It's like a crash helmet, which is actually the stability control, the ASC. So it won't actually enable. Now I was thinking, oh, what could it be? So I asked on the R53 forums, and the most likely scenario, but this is the reason I'm not a mechanic and we're taking it to someone who is, was a speed sensor on one of the wheels. And I thought, well, how on earth does a speed sensor got anything to do with tyre pressures? Can't have anything to do with it, can it? Well, it turns out it possibly can. This is one of the first generation Minis, so the tyre pressures are not done with a dedicated sensor like they are on newer cars. They're actually using the speed sensor on the wheel and the ABS system, and it works out how fast the tyre should be going, and if that changes, then it goes, oh, you might have a puncture. So that's the way that works, and that's very likely. The ASC also uses that same speed sensor to know which wheels are slipping and part of the ABS system, and obviously will apply the brakes accordingly. So if that one sensor is out, it does cause these two problems. I'm sure if I could do it myself, it would be considerably cheaper, but like I said, I don't have the skills, the location, the tools, in fact anything to do it myself. So I'm trusting it with Arkham to sort everything out. I'm really keen to get this done. I mean, certainly the ride height and the balancing. Also, I found the steering wheel isn't quite straight. It's a new steering wheel, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but again, the guys can sort that one out. So there we go, that's what's, oh my god, oh Jesus, that's gonna put your tracking out big time. Yeah, so we're not that far away. They're just on the outside of Eastbourne. I get to drive across like the Seven Sisters, some nice twisty bits for 15 minutes before I get there, have a bit of fun, and then Nathan, here's the keys, work your magic. It's my favourite piece of road in East Sussex. I've not driven down here in this car before. It's a very good test of a car setup, this bit of road, because it's very bumpy, very twisty. So let's see how we get on. Be interesting being able to push it slightly before the changes they've made at Arkham, and then do the same thing again in a couple of weeks' time. But there's a section in a minute that will unsettle most cars, and I have a feeling already this car may skip around slightly or massively, because it is so firm. Yeah, I can hear the back wheel rubbing on the wheel arch. Yeah, there it is again. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Oh! Jesus. We certainly don't get any body roll, but oh my goodness me, this thing bounces around. Oh, hold on tight. I thought a GP3 was firm, but that is absolutely nothing in comparison to this. I think this is better set up than the GP3, but oh, wow. Now we've got a bit more of open road. Let's see how we get on the tight and twisty bits. We've got like switchback little section of road here, and this is a great place to see how a car copes. Oh no, we've got the cyclists. It's it. Bloody hell. This is the first time I've actually pushed the car. Yes, it was skitting a bit. You know you're alive with this thing. But the wonderful thing is it's not stupidly powerful, so you don't seem to be hitting the speed limit at all, but it's light and agile, and it's putting a big grin on my face. The car is forgiven for its little faults it's had. It's been making me a bit cross recently, but everything has been forgiven. Well, mostly anyway, as long as you don't cost me too much money in the garage and you pass your MOT.
Hi guys, I'm Nathan from Arkham Performance, and we have been tasked with rectifying a few faults and getting ready for the MOT. Damo drives R53 Cooper S, you can see behind me. We have a little list from Damo as to what he'd like us to look at. There's a horn fault, a TPS and traction light fault. We're going to sort the rear seats out because there's a couple of issues there where they put the rear seats back in and there's a few bits missing that they couldn't get at the time. So we're going to rectify that. We're going to do some general checks on levels and corrections, pre-MOT check. If there's time, we're going to change the heater controls as well, because I believe there's a fault there. And most importantly, we're going to raise the ride height, adjust the dampers, and get it set up properly on our Geo rack so the car rides a little nicer for him, because it's quite crashy at the moment. It's got, in my opinion, too bigger wheels on it. I know people like this kind of look. However, it is detrimental to the handling, in our opinion. So we're going to try and get that sorted and put a little fast road setup in there if we're able to, depending on what adjustments are possible with the setup that's currently on it. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay guys, we are done with Damo's R53 Cooper S. Found a few other problems along the way, as you do, but yeah, happy to say it's all done now, driving nice, and we're looking forward to handing it back over to him so he can go and get a fresh MOT.
Well guys, we're back in the Mini after it's been down at Arkham getting ready for its MOT, and most importantly trying to sort out this ride height and how crashy the car was before. Guys, what have you done to it? What have you done? I've already driven a little way in the car and it feels like a completely different car. Completely and utterly. They've put a faster road setup, they've softened it up, and oh my god, I think they've given me a different car. This is phenomenal. Oh wow. I thought it was good before, but firm, but this has transformed the thing. It's, like I said, it's a different car. What have you done, Arkham? You're amazing. You've worked your magic. So, guys, if you want your car set up properly, give the guys at Arkham in Eastbourne a ring. This road we're on at the moment was absolutely shocking when I drove it before. I was bouncing around all over the place. And now, how have you done that? I'm not bouncing anywhere. That was better set up than standard suspension in terms of being crashy. It wasn't crashy anywhere. Before, the wheel was whacking against the wheel arch. It just wasn't set up for pushing it on British roads. But now, guys, you have magic somewhere. I don't know how you've done this. That's why you take it to an expert to sort the car out. Wow, I'm so impressed. I am so impressed with this. Anyway, I'm going to call this video to a close. There will be definitely more videos coming up. It needs to go for its MOT, which I'm very scared about. I absolutely hate that time of year, as I'm sure all of us do. And then it's on to some possible changes. The biggest change, which might surprise many of you, is I might actually, hang on, I might actually be changing the wheels of this car. I may be saying goodbye to those rather sexy white wheels. So you may, by the time this video comes out, see them on eBay. But who knows, and who knows where the journey's going to take us. It's all about making this car fun to drive. Anyway, guys, thank you to Arkham Performance. I'll put their details down below, so give the guys there a ring and explain what you want, and I'm sure they can help you out. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Comments are always welcome, and remember to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.